Hello students, this video is for grade 10th, day 18, chapter 3, linear equation in two variable. In this video, we are going to deal with the word problems. So one by one, I'll be dealing with all kind of word problems so that if this question comes in your exam, you should able to answer any question. This is type 1. In this video, I'll be dealing with only type 1, which is problems on money matter. In the coming videos, I'll be explaining different types like problems on age, upstream, downstream, problems on numbers, fractions, likewise. So for that you need to subscribe the channel and you have to keep yourself updated regarding my latest post. Also in this video, I am going to share a link through which you can access any book, because I know exams are approaching and as we are not meeting, so you might have many problems, right? So here I'll be sharing the link. That link you can find it in the description part of the video from CBSE, from which you can access any book of any subjects along with the solutions. Also, I am sharing a link specifically for chemistry. In case of any doubt in chemistry, you can refer that link. You can subscribe that channel in case of doubts in chemistry, and you can ask questions as well. So let's start with today's topic, which is problems on money matter. The first question. Taxi charges in a city consist of fixed charges and the remaining depending upon the distance travelled in kilometers. If a person travels 60 kilometer, he pays rupees 960, and for travelling 80 kilometer, he pays rupees 1260. Find the fixed charge and the rate per kilometer. Isn't this question look like the way Ola cab or something like that? When we travel in Ola cab or any cab, Uber, we pay like this only, right? There is certain amount for the fixed kilometer, and after that they charge as per the kilometer. So let's start with the solution part. Let us consider that the fixed charge is rupee X and other charges are rupee Y per kilometer. That is, per kilometer it is rupee Y. Now according to question, it is given that the taxi charges in a city consist of fixed charge and the remaining depends upon the distance travelled. So if a person travels 60 kilometer, then definitely he has to pay the fixed charge, which is X, and then he travels 60 kilometer apart from the fixed charge. So for per kilometer, if I am charging rupee Y, then for 60 kilometer I'll charge how much? 60Y, and that is equals to 960 rupees, because he pays rupees 960. And again, if he travel 80 kilometer, that means first of all definitely he has to pay the fixed charge, then plus 80 kilometer he is traveling, then 80 into Y, because this is per kilometer, the charge is rupee Y. So 80 into Y is 80Y, and he is paying how much? 1260. So these are the two equations. You can solve using any of the method like elimination, substitution, cross multiplication, any method you can use to solve the question. So I'll not focus on how to solve in this video. So you can use any of the method to solve the particular question, and after that you can get the answer. So here, after solving it, here I use elimination method. After solving, I got the value of X equals to rupee 60, which is the fixed charge, and Y equals to rupee 15, which is charge per kilometer. So this is how we get the answer. Let's move to the next question. One says, now before I start this question, let me give you a tip. Whenever you get question on word problems, don't panic, because normally, like if I have to set question paper for exam, definitely from this particular topic, either I'll pick question from cross multiplication, or moreover I prefer to give word problems, because from word problems you have to convert it into equation and then you have to solve those equations, right? So by giving one question, I have tested you on two different parameters. So normally we used to give word problems from this particular topic. So I suggest you to solve as many questions you can from different reference book for this particular topic. Let's see this question number 2. That is, one says, give me 100 friend, I shall then become twice as rich as you. The other replies, if you give me 10, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. Tell me what is the amount of their respective capital, right? So let us assume that the friends to be named as A and B, and A has rupee X and B has rupee Y. Now let's convert the first statement into the equation. Give me 100 friend. Suppose A is asking B that give me 100. So if B will give 100 to A, then A will have how much? X plus 100. And as B has given 100 to A, now B is left with Y minus 100, right? So this is simple to frame. Now give me 100 friend, I shall be twice as rich as you. So this A will become twice as rich as B. So in order to equate, if I say that 4 is twice as of 2, then definitely we multiply 2 to this side, right? Similarly, if I am saying this is twice as of this, then definitely we are going to multiply 2 to this side. So normally we do common mistake at this part. We multiply 2 to this side. So this you need to understand, okay? Once again I am repeating, give me 100 friend. A is asking B that give me 100. So B is giving 100 to A. Now the A has X plus 100 and B has Y minus 100. Now after giving 100, A has become twice as B. So 2 into Y minus 100. This is my equation number 1. So if you solve it, it will be like this. After that, if you proceed further, the other replies. Now B is replying to A. If you give me 10, now B is saying to A that if you give me 10, matlab X is giving 10 to Y. Then I have to subtract 10 from X and Y is getting 10. So if you give me 10, I shall be 6 times as rich as you. So now what is happening over here? If X is giving 10 to Y, this B is becoming 6 times richer as A. So this is my second equation. If you solve this, now after solving this, that was my main work. These are the two equations. If you solve this, we'll remove this bracket, you will get this equation. Now I have two equation 1 and 2. You can solve these two equations using any of the method, and then you can get the value of A and B. As you can see that here, I got A as this and B as this, right? So these are the values of A and B. That this is these are the value of X and Y. So I have solved this again using elimination method. I have multiplied this equation by 2 so that I can cancel this 2 and 2, and after solving I got the value of X equals to 40 and Y equals to 170. So but you have to write it in rupee as we are dealing with the money matter. Question number 3. The monthly income of A and B are, this is third type. See, I am just trying to deal maximum type of question in this particular video for money matter. Okay. So I hope that I shall cover maximum question in this particular video. So the monthly income of A and B are in the ratio 8:7 and their expenditure are in the ratio 19:16. If each saves rupees 5,000 per month, find the monthly income of each. This is my question. Now, whenever you get question in the form of ratio, what you have to do, take it as x, 8x and 7x. What is x over here? X is the HCF of both the numbers. Okay, whenever you take ratio and whenever you assumed it as 8x, 7x, 4x, you remember you might have solved a question on angles in grade 6, 7, 8 that the ratio of angles are in the ratio the angles are in the ratio of a parallelogram 1:2, 3:4. Find the measure of each angle. Then we used to take x is to 2x, x, 2x, 3x, 4x. So what is x? X in that case is the HCF. So whenever there is a question of ratio, we always take any variable and that variable is the HCF. So here, let the monthly income of A and B are 8x and 7x. Why? Because the ratio is 8:7 and their expenditure are in the ratio 19y and 16y. Y is another variable which represents the expenditure and x represents the income. Right? Now the saving will be how much? Definitely the income minus expenditure will be your saving. So income is 8x minus expenditure, which is 19y for A. Similarly for B, I have this. And also in the question it is given that if each saves rupees 5,000, that is saving is 5,000 in both the cases. So according to question, I can write it as the monthly savings of each is rupees 5,000. So these are my two equations. Now if you wish, what I have to find? Find the monthly income. I have to find the value of x. The monthly income I have to find. I don't have to find the monthly expenditure. So as you can see here, I have multiplied this equation with 16 and this with 19. There is possibilities that I could have multiplied it by 7 and 8 also. In that case, I have x will get cancelled out and I will be getting the value of y. Then again, I have to put the value of y in any of the equation in order to get the value of x. So that is a time taking and lengthy process. That's why what I did here, I have to cancel y because I have to find the value of x, which is the income, monthly income. So directly I have multiplied this by 16 and 19 and then I solved using elimination method. Once I solved, I got the value of x. So 8x is the monthly income of A and 7x is the monthly income of B. So likewise we will solve. Another question. A man earns rupees 600 per month more than his wife. 1/10 of the man's salary and 1/6 of the wife's salary amounts to rupees 1,500, which is saved every month. Find their income. This is asked by CBSE in year 2014. So suppose the monthly salary here, I have solved this question using one variable only. Suppose I have assumed that let the wife income is rupee x, then man income will be 600 more than wife income, that is x plus 600. Therefore, according to question, it is given that the 1/10 of the man's salary and 1/6 of the wife's salary is equals to 1500. Right? So this is what I have written here. If you solve this by taking the LCM 30, then you will get the value of x. So you can say that the monthly income of wife is this much, 5400, and 600 more than that is the monthly income of the man. In case of any doubt, you can write your queries in the comment box. I hope you are aware of that. Also, the notes links are there in the description part of the video. Question number 5. On selling a TV at 5% gain and fridge at 10% gain. Now this is related to profit and loss. A very important topic, profit and loss. So the question is, on selling a TV at 5% gain and a fridge at 10% gain, a shopkeeper gains rupee 3250. But if he sells the TV at 10% gain and fridge at 5%, he's reversing. So 5% loss. then he gains rupee 500. Find the actual cost price of the TV and that of the fridge. Now the cost price, SP, CP, gain and all that we have already studied in grade 6, 7th, 8, right? So students, it's a request to recall all the concept. Here we are talking about the cost price and here we are dealing with the gain. There are possibilities where you have to work with the loss also. So just after the question, I am going to recall that concept. I am going to share few formulas that you don't have to search for. You don't have to run for books and all. Everything you can get it in the single video only, right? So let's solve this question first. Let the cost price of the TV set be rupee X and the fridge be rupee Y. So this is the question. Now, according to question, if the cost price of TV and fridge are X and Y, then total cost price is how much? X plus Y. So SP will be how much? The formula of SP is, remember, 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into CP. And also in terms of loss, it is 100 minus loss percent divided by 100 into CP. So according to question, SP in the first case will be 100 plus gain percent was 5. So 100 plus 5 is 105 by 100 into CP. CP is X, right? Which is for the cost price of the TV. And in case of fridge also, it is a gain. So it is 100 plus 10, which is 10% gain. That is 110 into CP is Y by 100. So using this formula, this one, I have written this equation. This is the formula, okay? Again, we know that gain equal to SP minus CP, isn't it? Gain equals to SP minus CP. So using that, this is my SP, which I am getting from here, and CP is X plus Y. I got this equation, and that is equals to 3250, which is given in the equation, given in the question. So if you solve this, you will get equation number 2 like this. Another question, another thing is that SP in second case is 110x, that is 100 plus 10x by 100, and this is 95. Why 95? Because here in the question, as you can see, that it is a 5% loss. So in case of loss, it is, the formula is 100 minus loss percent. So 100 minus 5 by 100. So 100 minus 5 is 95y by 100. So you need to be very careful while reading the question, because for gain and loss, entire equation will change. So now again, the gain in this case is, gain formula is SP minus CP. So this is my SP and the CP is X plus Y. So if you solve this, you will get this equation, which is already given in the question, right? So after solving that, you will get 2x minus y equals to this much. So you have two equations, solve it using elimination method. I find elimination much easier. After solving it, here I have not solved because I am focusing on how to frame question from the word problems. So after solving it, you will get the value of X and Y, which is the cost price of TV and fridge, like this. Now, as I said earlier that definitely, as you don't have to run for different books, here I am sharing some important facts and formula for the topic profit and loss, because in board exam, I don't know which particular topic will come. Like here I am dealing with SP and gain percent and loss percent, but in board exam you don't know whether they are dealing with CP or whether they are dealing with loss and profit. So it's important that you should know the correlation between SP, CP, profit, loss and all, everything. So here I have shared few important formulas from the topic profit and loss. So you can go through that. You can use this formula to revise that. First of all, CP is the price at which the article is purchased, is called CP. SP is the price at which the article is sold, is called SP. If SP selling price is greater than CP, it's a profit or gain. If SP is lesser than CP, then it's a matter of loss. Also, gain equals to SP minus CP and loss equals to CP minus SP. Loss or gain is always calculated on CP. So CP is important. it is based on CP, loss or gains. So let's see few formulas as well. So gain percentage equals to gain into 100 by CP. Loss percent equals to loss into 100 by CP. Also SP equals to 100 plus gain percent. 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into CP. Also in terms of loss, I can write it as 100 minus loss percent by 100 into CP. Also CP equals to 100 by 100 plus gain percent into SP equals to 100 by 100 minus loss percent into SP. Also see, all the 4 points which I'm going to tell you right now, this is not only going to help you in your board exam but also going to help you in competitive exam. You see, check any question, either bank PO or any IMO, any question, any competitive exam. If the question comes from this particular topic, then definitely 100% this concept going to help you a lot. So you can actually call this as the Brahmastra of this particular topic. These 2 points are really very important from this particular topic. So let's cover all the 4 points one by one. If an article is sold at a gain, say 35%, then SP is 135% of CP. And if the article is sold at a loss, say 35%, then SP equals to 65% of CP. That is 100 minus 35, so 65% of CP. Okay, you need to remember these 2 points. These 2 points can be used as a shortcut to solve question in competitive exams. Also, when a person sells 2 similar items, one at a gain, say X, and another at a loss at X, then the seller always incurs a loss given by loss percent equals to X by 10 whole square. So this is the formula, X by 10 whole square. Also, if a trader professes to sell his goods at cost price but uses fake weights, then gain percent equals to error divided by true value minus error into 100%. Gain percent will be this much. So these 2 formula can be used in competitive exams also. This I have shared. This is definitely going to help you. So you can write, anyways I am sharing the notes, so you can write this somewhere, so that this you can use in future. So based on that, here I have given few questions as an assignment. I hope you can solve all the question. So basically here I have given you 5 questions. I have provided you the answers as well. So I hope you can solve all the 5 questions along with the answers. The notes are there in the description part of the video, as you know, and today's description part is important because in the description part I am going to share the link of the notes, the link of the study materials to access all the books along with the solution of all subjects, and also the link of chemistry classes as well, where you can ask doubts. Till then, take care. Wait for my next video in which I'll be dealing with different type of word problems based on age, upstream, downstream, numbers. Okay, take care everyone.